I'm feeling under the weather and a little on edge. And if I'm being honest, I probably shouldn't even do this week, but I know how you'd react. You psychos would react if I didn't. So here we go, okay? Against my better judgment. Got a lot of problems with this one. I said it was Trump outside a window looking in. Bunch of you said looks like he's inside the house looking out. That's super fair. Also, why is it raining inside? Also fair. But you know what? Here's something you missed when you were looking at this. The bit crushed. Okay, it was killing, rolling laughs. But you can't see that. You know why you can't see it? Because you're looking at life through a jeweler's loop. Yeah, that's how you say it. I checked. Someone wrote in, why did you use an image of the Enterprise from the unaired pilot episode of Star Trek with Jeffrey Hunter as Captain Pike instead of a more recognizable still from the regular episodes with Shatner as Kirk? Pass. The garbage patch in the Pacific wouldn't have a walrus because there are no walruses in that part of the ocean. Cool, sorry, I hate myself. In the cold open, SNL made the same Menards mistake you made last week about 10% off. Yeah, I saw that too. It was Jim Gaffigan, who was wonderful as Tim Walz, a fantastic pick. He also said he was excited about 10% rebate. Of course, we established on corrections last week, it's not a 10% rebate, it's an 11% rebate. And I'm surprised, as you are, that SNL made the same mistake because for the first time I asked myself the question, is Lorne not watching corrections? I said I could give a shit about the Mets. Someone wrote in, why do Americans say could give a shit and they mean couldn't give a shit? I don't know, because we're Americans and we could give a shit. What do you think? We said Pizza Rat was in line of succession for mayor. Someone wrote in, the average lifespan of rats is 5 years, so Pizza Rat is probably dead now. That's fun, good share. Also seemed wrong to me, so I Googled it. The average lifespan of a rat is 2 years. But also, here's the problem, because you people, now my Google, I Google things like that, and then that's in my history. Now all my Google ads are like, need a new rat? No. Tallest hat. This guy broke a record. Congrats to him, tallest hats. And then we said the only bummer was the guy sitting behind him in the movie theater. And someone's like, first of all, he's not behind him. Second of all, it's an empty theater. Why doesn't he move seats? All fair. All fair. Everything you're saying is fair. Thank God I have you. And back in my day, we said, we had cardboard cutouts of Amber and Jenny. We said Amber and Jenny couldn't be here because black women and lesbians don't work on Tuesdays. A bunch you pointed out, isn't Tuesday the day jokes Seth can't tell historically airs? Huh? Got us, you got us. Syphilis, somebody wrote in, syphilis has 3 stages, primary, secondary, and tertiary. Neurological symptoms of syphilis don't occur until the tertiary stage, which typically happens 3 to 5 years after infection. The symptom most likely to show up within a month would be a skin lesion known as a chancre. I don't even remember where this is from. I'm reading this, and I'm like, why are you people sending me this? And I know I should remember, but I'm just like, I've had such a bad cough. I'm in a Sudafed fog, and I know Sudafed's not for a cough. I take it recreationally. I take it for stress, for which you are the cause. Somebody wrote in, this is nice. I wish I enjoyed anything as much as Seth Meyers enjoys pretending to be straight. Girl. Someone wrote in, the voice from You Burnt is supposed to be a robot. When was that ever made clear? Good question, never. We just decided to lay it on you the other day like it was an established piece of the universe when we've never, it was behind the scenes. Here's a fun fact. It's not a fun fact, but it's a fact. You can make it as much fun as you want. Behind the scenes, we call the voice, the robotic voice. In You Burnt, we call it Chappie, named after, of course, the 2015 movie Chappie. I don't need to tell you, you all remember. It's about the robotic police officer who becomes sentient. You remember, it's the movie that ends, the trailer ends with the line, I am consciousness, I am human, I am Chappie. No? Okay, guys, We call it Chappie, and now you know that, and I'm wasting my time. I want to end the tag, but I want to have a new surprise tag for people, Liederman. So I think it's me, and then I'm going to spin in the chair, and can we make an animated graphic where my head turns like I'm in The Exorcist? So it'll be this. See if that works. If it doesn't, I don't care. Alex Moffat was on the show, and the first gift ever who brought out a gift and said, I want you to open it during corrections. So here we go. Note, Seth M. Dear Seth, thank you for having me on Monday night to promote the producers of Barbie. From the producers of Barbie, the Big Gay Jamboree at the Orpheum Theater, now through February 19th, tickets on sale now, online, or by phone, called toll-free, ! 1-800-653-8000. Here's a token of my appreciation and admiration for Wally, Late Night, and yourself. I know people say you seem like you don't get out much, so I figured you might need something special to wear when you come see the Big Gay Jamboree at the Orpheum Theater. I feel like this is just promo for a show. Now through February 19th, tickets on sale now or online by phone. Call toll-free, same number, 1-800-653-8000. I love Alex Moffat. P.S. I would love to be the first celebrity cameo on Corrections, sometimes maybe during Sweep. I don't think Andy Samberg counts because he's on FaceTime. Samberg misspelled. PSS, you can also catch me on Apple Plus's Bad Monkeys. Thursdays at 8/7 Central, or whenever you choose to watch it. Because it's Apple Plus, you choose, other networks lose. Pretty bold, but I am impressed by his moxie. And then, let's see what he sent me to wear to his show. It's a Mac Tonight tank top. That's great. All right, thank you, Alex Moffat, for that. I complained yesterday it was a ham radio prop, and I complained about how heavy it was, and I said I didn't know it was an unscheduled bicep day. Someone said it's called an arm day, and I guess when you call it a bicep day, it makes it pretty clear I don't have an arm day. I should start. What's a good day? Okay. Also, this happened yesterday. All the ham radio stuff happened yesterday. When I was pushing through, I was in Film at Best. I was pushing through. I was doing the show for you. For you. And when I lifted up the ham radio, I said, it's impossible to express to you how heavy this is. And one of you wrote in, actually, you can express it. That's what units of weights are for. I'm sorry I couldn't just guess by lifting it up. I don't work at a carnival. Improportionate is not a word. Well, it should be. And then Frankenstein. Jesus Christ, Frankenstein. I do a Frankenstein bit yesterday, and it's crushing. It's crushing. And the human beings who are here, they're just enjoying it. But you just can't let me have it. You can't let me have it. And I'm sick, and I don't feel well, and I know those two things. You're like, oh, those mean the same thing. You. So many comments about Frankenstein, calling it Frankenstein and not Frankenstein's monster. And you know what I hate is how many of them start, I hate to do this. No, you don't. You love doing it. Don't pretend like you hate to do it. And, somebody said, I can't believe we're back here. You can't believe we're back here. I can't believe we're back here. I can't believe we're talking. Here's the thing. I just don't care. I don't want to say Frankenstein's monster because then I turn into you, and I don't want to do that. I'm sorry, it's mean. I just don't feel well. I have to drink my Negroni out of a mug. One quick correction. According to the Manitoba Health website, unlike other harmful bacteria, Listeria will grow on food stored in the fridge, and these infected foods will look, smell, and taste normal. So when you stated that we could tell by that sweet Listeria taste, you were sadly mistaken. You see, Listeria is odorless and tasteless, which oddly enough also describes boar's head meats. Sideburn, boar's head.
Sideburn.
What are you doing here?
I'm always here.
Okay, well, we were just talking about your name.
When?
A few minutes ago. Wait, I thought you said you were always here.
I am. I'm just not always listening. I have a life too.
Jesus, did you...
I'm not the first crew member to drift off during corrections. I'll promise you that much.
Fine. My question is, did you know your name was Chappie?
What? When was that ever made clear?
What did you think your name was?
Chappie's Monster.
You!
I was listening.
Peg-legging Pete, X marks the G-spot, blow me down. Oh, sorry, some jackals sent in some nautical porn titles. See you next week.